hair routine and my tan routine. I have a tan razor. If any, leave this in for hours and hours and hours, like tan time. So that is the hair completely dry. Please, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here and watching today's video. Thought I would do a video based around my hair routine and my tan routine. I feel like I haven't done this in years, or maybe I haven't even done this at all on my channel. I don't really know, but it's something that I do every Sunday. So I feel like it's something that's quite regular in my routine. So I thought we could do a little kind of roundup. I kind of tend to do this on a Sunday because it's like self-care Sundays for me. It's like the one day of the week where I kind of do as minimal as possible because I don't do that enough. So consciously, like, don't set an alarm, go and do my morning routine. I've been to a spin class this morning, and then I did a nice little stretch and just went for a walk by myself. And it's so nice just either being alone in like my happy place by the beach and just kind of soaking up, or putting on a podcast and like listening to that. And I'm really enjoying the Crouch therapy, so I'm really enjoying that at the moment with Abby Clancy and Peter Crouch. Really funny, very on par with like Nearly Weds. However, it's a bit more kind of like dry humor, relationships, that kind of thing. So I'm really enjoying that, as they've been married for quite a long time, so it's really interesting hearing their kind of story and stuff. But I laugh out loud to that, so I really recommend. And then I am also enjoying Nearly Weds, and I also am really enjoying Diary of a CEO. I was listening to Davina's one recently, and oh my goodness, if you haven't listened to that or watched it, I tend to watch them on YouTube because I like actually seeing them like interact. But yeah, that hit. Some of the stuff that she said really kind of like inspired me, opened my eyes a little bit more to perspective and being content and happy and looking after yourself and things like that. So I found it really interesting. But anyway, they're little self-care things that I do to kind of like, I guess, romanticize my Sunday. I get my morning coffee, things like that. So I'm back now. So I'm going to scrub off my tan, show you that part of my routine. Then I'm also going to show you how I tan with like a layer in the day, just while the light's good. I'm actually then going to shower that off just for the sake of the video because I do this before bed. However, the lighting today is awful, and also potentially later it's going to be pitch black, and probably I'm going to tan around 9:30. So I am going to show you how I tan and what I use, and then I'm actually going to wash it off before then redoing that tonight before showing you tomorrow the after, just for the sake of the video being completely transparent. That is what I'm going to do. But what I use for scrubbing off my tan, so I tan weekly. I'm naturally very, very fair. I've tanned weekly for years and years and years, and it's, as some people say, a lot of effort, but it's the one thing that I do for myself that makes me feel quite good. So, you know, I'm going to stick to it. But I use the Bondi Sands tan razor. If any of you guys have used any other razors, I would actually love to know. I've seen you can get the bath bomb ones, things like that. Really, really interested to know if they work in the same way. But this for me is one that I've used for 3 years, I think, since they launched. I'm actually running very, very low, but I apply this foam all over my body. I'll show you. It comes out like that, and then do it on my arms while I can. And I just kind of rub it in all over. And I stand naked in my bathroom while I usually brush my teeth or like do something like that, or do a hair mask, which you're about to see. Then that's kind of how I let it soak in, and it goes completely clear after a while. I leave it for as long as I can. The longer you leave it, the easier it is to scrub. I then use this little scrubbing mitt. I've actually had this one for quite a while, but it's the only one that seems to work. For some reason, I find when you can get like the new mitts, they're really soft. They're not as like, I don't know, like the texture of this is just great. So I use that. I also then use the Sunday exfoliating whipped shower cream. So this has a bit more of an exfoliating base than the other shower cream. So I find it helps when using the mitt just to like scrub off the tan. So I don't know if you guys can see, because I'll show you before and after in the shower. I've got like a little bit of build up of tan on my elbows still. I have done one scrub last night just to get like the base of my tan kind of coming off. My legs I'll show you in a minute, because they're the ones that really need like a good intense scrub. But that's what I use. And then once I've applied that all over my body, I do my hair routine, which I will quickly show you now. So I wash my hair once a week, I want to say. Twice a week if I have to for work. Obviously with work stuff, I sometimes do need to do like an extra day. At the moment, it's got a little bit of gel in, and I mean, it really needs a wash, but I like to wash it on a Monday morning so it's fresh for the week, and I like to do this hair mask routine on a Sunday while I'm fake tanning because it's easier just having my hair like all out the way. So what I look at my hair. What I like to use is the Philip Kinsley Bond Builder. So this is their restructuring treatment. I think that's the right word to say it. It basically repairs and strengthens the hair, and it's a really like intense conditioning treatment, which I love. So I only use this once a week. If I was going to do my hair wash on another day in the week, I don't use this. I only like to use a deep like cleansing mask in my routine on the days that it's like that one day a week kind of thing, because otherwise my hair just grips onto that conditioner and then becomes greasier quicker and all that kind of stuff. So I use that first all over the hair, which I'll show you in a second. And tomorrow morning when I wash my hair, which I will show you on a time lapse, I then once a week use the John Frieda Violet Crush for Blondes Purple Toning Mask. So I get into the shower straight away, leave that all over my hair, and then rinse that out, and then I do my shampoo and normal conditioner, which is these babies. They're actually looking a little bit, well, I've been using them quite a lot, so they're kind of flaking off now because I've had them in my shower. But this is the Aussie shampoo bar, which I just lather up all in my hair like that. And then this is the conditioning bar, which I use on that one day a week alongside the Kerastase, the rinse in, rinse out, I want to say Blonde Absolute Intense treatment. It's like, I use this as like an intense conditioner alongside this once a week, and then on the other days I just use this. But this just like kind of creams up in your hand, which again I will show you guys. But for travel, they're just so good. They're so good, especially because when I'm on the go and I'm going to like friends and things, they just fit in a tiny little makeup bag like that. I just wrap them in the like little fabric bit that they come in. But that's what I use for my hair. So I am actually just going to apply the Philip Kingsley to the roots of my hair. Just slick back in place and just kind of massage into my scalp. Then when I get into the shower in a minute to scrub, I do just wet my hair slightly. I have a lot of hair, so it does need a little bit of water in it just to allow the mask to really work. But I actually leave this in for hours and hours and hours. Like, bearing in mind right now it's 11 AM on a Sunday, I'm gonna have this in till about 11 AM tomorrow or like 10 AM tomorrow. So yeah, I do leave it in for quite a long time, which I think is fine as long as you wash it out right, or you can leave it in for as little or as long as you like. I know on the bottle it says between 20 to 30 minutes, so it really depends. But I just kind of blend that into my scalp, and then when I've dampened it a little bit in the shower, I will add a little bit more when I come out. But I just love it. It's so good. It keeps the hair feeling amazing, especially because I was trying to grow my hair, but guys, I think I'm gonna cut it. I really do. I'm at that stage where I'm like, I think I'm a short hair kind of gal, to be honest. So I may chop it all off soon, but yeah, just kind of run that through the ends and then tie it up that way. I am out the shower. I'm just going to apply a little bit of Moroccan oil to the ends of my hair. I did just dampen the top of my hair for the mask as well. And then I'm just going to run my fingers through the ends. I've actually ordered that rosemary oil that everyone is like raving about, and do you know what, I really want to try it. Yeah, I'm just going to apply that to the hair and then tie the hair back up. But as you can see, I have scrubbed off like any residue, like my elbows all done. Everything is off, which is amazing. Like the hands as well needed a massive scrub. And then my legs as well. I don't know if I can really show you down there. I feel like it's a little bit too much, but I'll try and do a little shot in a second of the legs and what they look like. But as you can see, it just gets off all the little bits that are a little bit trickier to get off as well after like one scrub, which is ideal. So I'm gonna tie the hair up and then I'll show you guys what I use and how I tan. Tan time, hair is in. So I am using the Isle of Paradise Self Clear Tanning Mousse in dark. So I don't actually use the ultra dark of this, I use the dark, partly because I feel like different tans work differently with different skin tones. And whenever I'm asked like what tan I use, I always say like trial it, like definitely trial run the tans that I'm using, but definitely then if you're not enjoying them, maybe try a different shade, because I was always using ultra dark thinking I would like the darkest tan possible. However, it just wasn't working with my skin tone. Like I was going a more kind of like red undertone, and although people are like it's a green undertone, I actually prefer that with my skin tone. So obviously I'm changing the colour of my skin tone to add more of a glow, but this is the one that I've used. I actually literally had to run out and get another one of these because I just ran out of it. And then I use the Isle of Paradise Self Tanning Drops in Dark as well, which I use in my moisturiser. So I am going to show you how I use it, how I apply it. I'm also going to put on the screen here me applying to my legs just so you can see that as well at the same time. So I do around 3 to 4 pumps, and then I just do circular motions all over my body. This tan is so good because it doesn't transfer. It doesn't have like, yeah, it's got a scent, but it doesn't have that really intense tanning biscuit smell, which, do you know what, I don't really mind the smell of tan, but I know some people don't like that. But I like the fact that this is clear because it means it's not gonna go on my sheets, it's not gonna go on my clothes. It also adapts to your skin tone, so it has a quality in it that basically works with different skin tones as well as hydrating at the same time. So it works by kind of adapting to your natural skin tone at the same time to give like the best glow it can give, and it's really hydrating. The thing for me with tans is that obviously they can tend to dry out your skin quite a lot, whereas this one doesn't because it's water-based. So I personally have struggled with like dermatitis and eczema in the past, especially on this area of my arms. And when I used to tan, it used to like leave like gaps in my arm where I'd had that eczema, which is down, and I haven't had it for about a year now, but this just doesn't do that. It just really hydrates the skin at the same time. And one of the things that I really like, I must recommend, is this baby. So this is the brush that they do as well, and for like ankles, hands, knees, all that kind of stuff, I like to use this just to kind of like blend down onto my hand and gently kind of brush and buff in the product from about here and then buff it upwards so it's evenly all over my hands like that, and then on the wrists, and I do the same on my knees, same on my elbows. I like to just give them a little brush round, and then when I do my face I tend to do kind of like the corners just into my hairline, because I think being blonde and fake tanning, the two are just a bit of a nightmare because a lot of the time it can transfer onto like parts of your hair, which is why I do a hair mask the day that I'm tanning, so that nothing hopefully gets to this part of my hair. But that is what I do in terms of the tan all around my body. And then for the tanning drops, I use these 3 times a week. So this tan I use once a week, and then I scrub on the Saturday next week for the Sunday tan. But these I use 3 times a week just because I sweat a lot. I use a lot of exfoliating like moisturizers and creams, so the tan on my face comes off a lot quicker than it does on my body. So I use personally around 12 to 15 drops. I tend to fill it up to about here. You can basically pick and choose the amount of glow that you would like on your skin, which is what I really like about this, as well as the fact that you can mix this with your moisturizer, which for me is just ideal when I've been like struggling with dehydrated skin and things like that. So I'm just putting the Clarins Day Cream Hydrating Cream mixed in with the serum, and then I kind of blend together. Definitely make sure you guys wash your hands after doing this, otherwise you get the orange hands. But it is, I don't know if you guys can see because it's very, very rainy and grey today, but it adds such a nice boost to the skin. So I do this 3 times a week because it's basically just like applying moisturiser, and then I wake up with a really nice glow. So that is it all over. And then, like I said, I sometimes just like buff into my ears with like leftover mousse and a bit of the serum as well, just so that's all even around my face. And that I will then sleep in. So let me just wash my hands because I'm scared. So that I will then sleep in for, I guess, from like 9 till 8 a.m. the next day, so you can leave it on for as long as you like. And the good thing is that you can also just pick and choose if you do this in the day, put on your pajamas, put on trackies, it's not going to transfer, which is amazing. I do sleep in mine just because I find for me and my skin tone and type, it just gives me the best glow possible, and it lasts as long as you basically moisturize and upkeep. Because I do a lot of like HIIT training, mine does only last the week, because when I'm sweating it is coming off, and when I'm going for swims and things like that, it just come off in that time. Like a lot of you guys ask me like on holiday, how do I maintain it? And it's kind of one of those questions. It's like I try and maintain it for as long as I can, but obviously with swimming in chlorine, swimming in the sea, being out in the sun, using different body creams and sun creams, it is going to come off in like a certain amount of time. It really depends on what you're doing and how much you're doing. But I use a very intense moisturizer, which you guys will see tomorrow, which I apply after every shower, and that definitely helps with keeping a tan to last longer, keeping the skin hydrated, things like that. But this one just gives like a really nice even glow throughout. So I'm going to just show you quickly in my mirror what my skin is like now, and then I'll show you guys in the morning as well, so you can get like a little before and after. So here is the before. Also, can we just talk about how cute this little set is? I'm hoping this doesn't get taken down. It's basically like a bikini, right? But this is from M&S, and I am obsessed. They come with like higher rise versions as well. But yeah, this is the before all over. Okay guys, good morning. This is the after. I've just had one shower, and then I'm gonna have another one. I basically shower it off first thing in the morning, just before my workout, and then I have my second shower when I wash my hair. So this is the after. Once I've had that second shower, it will kind of help with any little bits on my scars on my legs. I have quite a lot of marks. I don't know if you guys can see. That is just from where I basically have like irritated skin, and I itch my legs a lot, and then they scar a lot. So that's kind of where the tan grips to. So that will kind of come off in a minute when I've given it a bit of a scrub in the shower. But yeah, really nice, really even, really like glowy, lovely tan. So nice all over, if you guys can see. And then in terms of my face, if I come into the light, I don't know if that helps, but it gives like a really nice natural kind of glow to the skin. Now time to sort the hair out. So I'm going to actually put you on my tripod and time lapse the hair wash routine, and show you kind of how those products work on my hair, and then do the little brush through. But I'm actually going to film how I'm styling my hair today for a different video, because I'm going to actually try the new GHD Duet Styler for the first time, and try out a few different hairstyles, try straightening, curling, that kind of thing. So I feel like I'm going to do like a full review video on that. But let's jump in the shower and finally wash this hair out. Shower. I feel like those clips got a little bit steamy, so if they did, I would have left on the screen the hair wash routine with some of the Aussie products, and then I showed you the Kerastase product at the end. But my camera was not having any of that. It did not like that at all. But moving on to the after kind of care that I do on my hair as soon as I get out of the shower. So I use the GHD Rehab Advanced Split End Serum. So this is a heat protector serum, but it also helps with split ends and things like that. And at the moment, my split ends are not great. I think just because I've been filming quite a lot of like heated hairstyles, that it's just drying out quite a lot. So I think I'm going to start moving on to more heatless hairstyles. But I just basically run that through the ends of the hair, and then I'm going to apply the GHD Curly Ever After Heat Protector, which I'm actually running out of. I'm near the end of this, but this just really helps with like the lasting of the curls, as well as the same time as using the heat protector inside there as well. So it does help your curls last longer. And I've actually had days where I haven't used it, and I've noticed a big difference in how my curls hold. So I believe over the last 2 years that it does fully work, so I can swear by that. And then I use, when I've styled my hair, the GHD Smooth and Finish Serum. So this is what I'll use when I've styled my hair, just through the ends, just to add a nice shine to the hair. And then I also use the GHD Final Fix Hairspray. I've used all these products for nearly 2-3 years, depending on when they've been launched. Like this is the most newest one that I've used, the Curly Ever After, because I used to use this, their normal heat protector. But these products I just swear by, like really, really swear by. So I really recommend those, which I'll leave linked down below. And then I should mention as well, the hairbrush I used in the shower is one by Manta Hair, and it's a really, really good in shower hairbrush. So I'll grab it to show you guys. So it's got like that flexy kind of ability to it, which means you can massage in the shampoo into the scalp. But this is the only hairbrush I use in shower, because recently, or over the last 6 months, I was kind of told you should be using different hairbrushes for different things. And I know that's like stating the obvious, and lots of you will be like, India, that's something that we all should be doing and we should have known about. But I was generally using a set hairbrush for pretty much everything, even when my hair was gelled back, which was not good, because obviously then dirty hair, clean hair, it kind of all kind of goes on each other and things like that. So this hairbrush in the shower is my shower hairbrush. It's just really bendy. I brush through the conditioner at the ends of my hair when I'm in the shower, and then I also massage in the conditioner as well when I've got that hair mask in, just all over my scalp. And yeah, I absolutely love it and swear by them. And again, they're a really, really lovely small brand that I've loved for about 4 or 5 years. So that's one that I always gift loved ones over Christmas and birthdays and things like that. I always end up getting loved ones that present, because I feel like it's a really good travel hairbrush, but also really, really lovely for kind of looking after your hair at the same time. So yeah, I'm just brushing through with my paddle brush from GHD, and then I am going to use their new GHD Duet Styler. So I will show you guys the after of what that looks like, but I am going to film a separate video of me kind of talking through using that, because I do want to go into a little bit more depth of my first impressions and things like that. So I will see you in that video, hopefully. So if you guys do want to see that video, then I'll leave that link down below, or as soon as it's live, you'll see it kind of pop up if you guys are subscribed and that kind of thing. But I will show you guys the after. But yeah, just brush through. Gonna do my makeup while I let my hair dry naturally just a little bit, and then yeah, gonna use the styler, which I'm so excited about. So that is the hair completely dry. I'm just going to use a tiny, like literally not even a pea size amount of the GHD Shine Serum just on my baby hairs, just because my hair is growing quite a lot in those little areas. And I find, because I'm growing out my side bangs, that I get quite a lot of little flyaways around the front of my hair. So I'm just gonna add that just to those little new bits. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll leave everything I use linked down below, and thank you so much for being here and watching today's video and supporting me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Lots of love. Mwah. Bye.